Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a tool from Google that does way more than just help you manage your reading list. It actually turns all that content into your own personal, on-demand expert.
Okay, so let's start with the problem that I think we all have. That giant, ever-growing pile of articles, those dense research papers, long PDFs, and all the videos you bookmark but, never actually get to. It's basically an information graveyard.
But what if you could rescue all that amazing content? What if you could turn all that static text into a dynamic conversation you could just listen to on your commute, at the gym, or hey, even while you're making dinner?
That right there, that's the actual sound of an AI-generated podcast. It was created in just a few minutes from a couple of PDF documents using a tool called NotebookLM. Yeah, it's a completely new way to learn.
So let's really break down this whole personal podcast idea. Google calls the feature Audio Overviews, and honestly, it's a super powerful way to turn your dense documents into these engaging, listenable conversations. And making one is incredibly simple. You just upload your sources, we're talking PDFs, Google Docs, even YouTube links. You click Generate, and in just a few minutes, you get a downloadable audio file where two AI hosts break down your content. You can even tell it to focus on the specific themes that you care about most. It's pretty cool.
So, what exactly is this tool that can just conjure up a podcast from your reading list? Well, at its core, NotebookLM is your personal AI research assistant. But, and this is important, it works very differently from the AI chatbots you might be used to.
See, unlike general chatbots that are trained on the entire internet, NotebookLM is designed to become an expert only on the information that you give it. This creates a really critical distinction that, well, it solves one of AI's biggest problems.
And this is the absolute key. NotebookLM is grounded, meaning it only uses the documents you upload. It doesn't go fishing for answers on the wider internet. This dramatically, and I mean dramatically, reduces the risk of AI hallucination. You know, when a model just confidently makes stuff up. And to guarantee that reliability, every single answer it gives you comes with these little numbered citations. You can click on any of them and it instantly zips you to the exact passage in your original document where it found the information. So verification is built right in. Okay, so how do you actually feed this personal research assistant of yours? Let's take a look at just how simple it is to get your content into the system, because it's really designed to be a central hub for all kinds of information. NotebookLM is incredibly versatile. You can upload PDFs of books and reports, you can link to your work in Google Docs and slides, drop in web articles, you can even give it a YouTube link or an audio file, and it will automatically transcribe and analyze it for you.
Now, this ability to handle so many different types of sources is what lets you go way beyond just a simple summary. It allows you to actively engage with your material and really transform it into new, more useful formats. For anyone in a professional setting, this is a very familiar feeling, right? You've got dozens of documents, transcripts, and reports, but trying to find the key insights buried inside all of that is a huge time sink.
With NotebookLM, you can just upload all those sources into a single notebook and, with one click, ask it to generate a briefing doc that synthesizes everything, or an FAQ for quick answers, or even a timeline if your documents have chronological data.
And for students, the challenge is pretty similar. How do you turn those dense textbook chapters and really long lecture notes into an effective study tool without spending days just trying to organize the material? Well, it's just as simple. You can upload all your class materials, click Generate Study Guide, and NotebookLM will automatically pull out the key terms, summarize the important concepts, and it'll even create practice questions to test your understanding.
Now, this is all great for a few documents, but what about truly large-scale projects? How does it handle the massive amount of information a writer needs when they're working with an entire book, or a researcher who's analyzing dozens of academic papers at once?
This is where NotebookLM truly pulls away from the pack. It has a massive context window. That's the amount of information it can think about at one time. And it's capable of processing up to 25 million words. That's like the equivalent of hundreds of books in a single project.
And to really put that into perspective, this chart shows how it stacks up against other leading AI models. I mean, it's not even close. It can handle dozens, sometimes hundreds of times more information, which makes it an unbelievably powerful tool for anyone doing deep, source-intensive work.
So what does this all mean for how we learn and how we work? This isn't just about another cool AI tool. It really represents a pretty significant shift in our whole relationship with information itself.
We're moving away from being passive consumers of content
just reading or watching, to becoming active creators of knowledge. This tool turns your library of documents into an interactive partner that you can question, brainstorm with, and ultimately learn from.
So let's recap the big takeaways here. First, you get a private, personal AI that is grounded only in your sources, so you can avoid the risk of it making things up. Second, it can transform dense material into accessible formats like podcasts. It can handle massive research projects with ease. And, unbelievably, this tool is completely free to use.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. With a tool like NotebookLM, your personal library of research and ideas and notes, it's no longer just a silent archive. It's a dynamic knowledge base, ready to talk back. The only question left is, what are you going to ask?